Hi, my name is Ashley, and welcome to my corner of 4 Girls, 1 Life. So today I am going to talk about long-distance friendships, or like internet friendships. I think internet friendships are just as valid and important as your friendships at school and stuff. And I think it's really crappy of people to just assume that the people you're talking to online are like 40-year-old rapists or people who don't care about you. This last school year, I had a girl just come up to me and tell me that my online friends weren't actually my friends and they didn't really give a crap about me. And that hurt. I knew what she said wasn't true, but it still hurt to know that people think so low of internet friendships. Internet friends are there to make you feel important when people offline aren't. I think it's very important to have a support system, whether it be at school or at home or even on the internet if you can't find them at school and at home. And that's basically what I had to do. That probably sounds really bad. But a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I discovered Team Star Kid, which is a musical theater company that writes and performs parody musicals in Chicago, Illinois. And after I started getting really into the fandom and stuff, I made a Twitter and followed a bunch of people who shared this mutual love for Star Kid. And I made a lot of friends. To this day, those people are still some of my best friends, and I would not trade them for the world. It doesn't matter if they're 4 blocks away or 4,000 miles away. They are just as much my friends as Hannah and Ashley and Josie. They've helped me through a lot of crap these last 3 years, more than anyone in person has been able to. So I don't understand how anyone could question the relevance of internet friends. 1,000 miles between 2 people isn't going to make them care about each other any less. That is something that I have learned over the last few years, and that I wish other people could accept. I know that hoping that everyone in the world will accept the idea of internet friendships is kind of ridiculous, but we can only hope. Another thing about internet friendships is that when you see each other, it's the most incredible experience in the world. I remember seeing my best friend for the first time at an IHOP in Texas. It was so incredible. I remember seeing her and just running over to her and giving her the biggest, longest hug I had ever given in my life. Knowing that someone that I met online and cared about so much was in front of me was absolutely insane. Going from talking online for a year to being able to hug each other and talk to each other in person is such a surreal experience. It's absolutely incredible. I highly recommend getting internet friends for the sole purpose of being able to have the experience of meeting someone you care about for the first time, because it is amazing. Also, I think that when you see each other, it makes you appreciate the time you have together more, because you obviously don't get to see each other that often when you're living in, say, Kansas and your best friends are living in Ohio and California and Texas. You're not going to be able to see each other every day, so the time that you do spend with each other is not taken for granted. I feel like I take the time I spend with my friends here in McPherson for granted because I see them every day, and I just feel like if they moved away to California or Ohio or Texas, I would realize how much I take them for granted. The time you get to spend with your internet friends in real life is amazing, but saying goodbye is one of the hardest things to do. In Chicago, I met my friend Rachel Muskus. We had been talking for a few months and found out that we were seeing Twisted on the same day. And I remember I remember like her running at me and me running at her, obviously, and we like hugged in the middle of a busy street in Chicago, and I just remember our moms being like, get your butts on the sidewalk. Oh my gosh, it was so great. But then I spent Friday evening with her, and then all day Saturday, and then Saturday night I had to say goodbye after the show, and I cried the entire way back to my hotel, which is saying a lot because it was like a 20-minute drive back. And I would give anything to be able to just see her again because she is such an incredible friend. At the beginning of August last year, I met my best friend online. Her name is Lauren Harris. We found out that we both liked the movie called To Save a Life. And so we first like bonded over that. She sent me like Ask FM questions like, oh my gosh, you like To Save a Life? You should tweet me. And so I tweeted her and I DM'd her and I was like, do you live in Dallas? And she was like, yeah, why? And I'm like, well, because I'm going there in October because Know Your Glow is going to be there. And she was like, oh my God, girl. And I was like, yeah, girl. Actually, that's not how it went down at all. Then we bonded over that and ended up meeting in October. From like August to October, we had become closer than like any other friend I have ever had. So anyway, internet friendships, I think that they are just as valid as in-person friendships, and I hope that you think the same. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next Wednesday for my next video. Love you, bye.